Hey guys, it's Space Sims, and we are back with more of The Sims 4 Fractured, which is our Disney Villain Legacy Challenge, and that's a very Leona fucking face if I've ever seen one in my life. It's just fucking mad. And he's like, "Ooh, this is good. I hate everything, but this mac and cheese is good, but fuck everything." Oh my god, this child. All right. Well, you are somehow wide awake at 2 a.m. on a Sunday, almost 3. Now it's 3. No, not yet. Okay. Sorry, I was itching my eyes, so I was just making a rough guess. Everybody else is asleep. I feel like you should, like, do something. Smash the dollhouse. Go smash it. Better if you did that in front of your brother. He might hate it. Just to get your rage up, and then you're probably going to cry because it's broken. And then you're like, okay, cool. Just gonna, like, that actually does something for one of these, doesn't it? It's probably your emotional control that it just, like, lighting while negatively destroying dollhouses, yeah. Oh god, if your brother gets a school project, that'd be so great for you to destroy that too. Does he have one yet? Do you have one that your brother... No, of course not. Of course not. No, it's not going to give us school projects. Just because. Do you have one that you're... No. Oh, you poor child. Can we console? Oh, console. Oh, ask about school. Oh, give him a hug. Poor choices. Friendly. Ask about debt. Never mind. Okay. Never mind. Alright. You're just still furious. Still furious over what? Don't know. Oh god, if you get so angry you fucking kill yourself. Be kind of funny, actually. Where the hell is this child? I kind of feel like I want... Oh, they're all just... This is like a fucking family breakfast. This is adorable. I kind of think that you should... Never mind, now you're gonna go pee. God. I was gonna be like, I kind of want him to, like... It'd be nicer if he could, like, confront about breaking Dollhouse. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't want him... I feel like Miles should say something. But you know what? When is your birthday? Oh, God. For a second, I was like, I thought this was today, and I was like, your birthday was yesterday? Okay, your birthday's not for a while. Because I think maybe Miles will get a little more kind of strict or whatever with Leona when he's, like, a teenager. Like, right now, as kids, it's like, whatever, and it's kind of like, you like parenting. No, I kind of wanted you to, like, ask about prized possessions. Do some mischievous fucking shit. Maybe this will, like... I mean, your relationship with your child already isn't imbishly pester. He probably doesn't like that. Impishly pester. We can nag him a little. I don't want to be, like, brutally mean, but I want to be a little bit mean. You know what I mean? Like, joyful for mean-spiritedness. Can you, like, argue about house rules a little bit? Oh god, their relationship went down real fast. Oh, that's perfect. Damn. Let's go argue about house rules with your other dad. I mean, that's working really fast, that sweet little arguing. Also, I keep thinking in my head, like, Liam, could you just accidentally die? Because that would be like, maybe Liam and Miles die in a tragic fucking boating accident together or some shit. You know what I mean? Stop. You can stop arguing with him. Because then I'm like, he gets along with Liam, but like he doesn't get along with Ambrose, so that would actually spiral their relationship out of control. But I mean, then again, Miles and Leona not getting along really well to begin with. You're fine. You're not sick. Like Miles and Leona kind of getting in, like arguing, not getting along as chill. Like when they get older, Miles kind of always, I don't want to say like berating, but kind of just being like, God, Leona, you need to grow up, blah, blah, blah. And like, you need to be more responsible. You need to be nice. Like, just constantly like nagging him a lot, will just make him, he's already hot-headed and aggressive, so this isn't helpful. People person lifestyle. Oh, Liam did. Oh, okay. I was like, we did? That actually didn't decrease our relationship with him. Funny. Oh, now he's just made everyone in this house angry. And then you just... I love how his conflict resolution is like tanking now. It's fun. Good job. Fun times. Oh yeah. What else can we do? Declaring despising Sims, fighting or arguing. He's gonna go punch the Yeti. Hitting stuffed animals. That's also great for you. What is it also? Is that the hitting animals? We're losing some empathy. It sounds like he just screamed out. I feel bad for the poor little Yeti. Because now his relationship with the Yeti is going to be terrible. Which is sad. I don't know why they're hitting the stuffed animal. Like, the hitting the stuffed animal, you think, like, you're working on some frustration. So, okay, it's soft and, like, it's better than hitting people. And, like, sometimes you just need to work out your aggression. Like, when you're angry, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just need to throw something. Like, you know what I mean? And it's better than, like, punching a person or, like, whatever. Or, sometimes you just need to take something soft and chuck it at a wall, okay? But it's I just feel guilty about it. Yeah, like, so now fucking Yancy the Yeti just hates him because he's getting punched. And now he's gonna go tell like, oh, that's so... this poor child. And he's like, there is just some shit going on. I'm gonna come over here. You're feeling playful and wonderful. Look at you, doing good. Wonderful child that you are. You're actually gonna go play dolls. Playing dolls with your bratty child? You are. So funny. He's just so mad about it. He's like, listen. Get over your fucking self, child. I think the people person lifestyle slipped through his fingers because you're mad at your child. Oh, he's just... Oh, god damn! Leona's just going for the jugular! Shit! Leona is just gonna... This poor child is gonna fucking give himself a coronary and die before we get there. We're gonna be like, Miles was supposed to die, but Leona had a fucking heart attack. Because he's so angry. Oh god, stop it with your being sick. That's good. Try to calm yourself down. And now you're yelling at this poor Yancy out here. That's so mean. These poor Bigfoots. Like, why does everyone here hate us? Like, there you go. You know what? Why don't you go? More choices. Woo! Why don't you woo? That's actually kind of funny. Do party tricks. That's so bizarre. Okay. Funny. I was gonna actually have you go jogging to clear your mind. Now, Sydney. Now he's missing a party. Oh! Oh, right. Because somebody invited you out. So they were all hanging out here. I feel like... nervous around family. This poor guy. I feel so bad for Ansel sometimes because he's like, oh my god, my family makes me anxious and I can't stand this. Why do I live here? like, there's a part of me that's wondering, like, Ansel is really Leona's, like, gonna be his only family member that he gets along with, but Ansel gets so stressed out living with these fuckers. Like, I kind of almost feel like he should move out, like, for his own good. But at the same time, can't though, actually. I don't think for the, like, you're supposed to keep one sibling as second in command. So while I feel like Ansel would want to leave because he's nervous around family and that would be the best thing for him is to move out on his own, he can never get away from his family because, like, now he's here and he's like, but, like, Miles and Leona, like, you know what I mean? Like, being around them and, like, you know, Miles just being such a good kid and he wants to stay. And, like, Leona right now is just a little hot-headed, he's a little temperamental, but, like, you know, he's not a bad kid. And, like, Ansel gets along with him, you know what I mean? And I think Ansel might also see, like, well, you're kind of hot-headed, temperamental, and a bit of an ass, kind of like your father always was as a kid. And I know how to handle that, and because Leona's starting to pick fights with everybody, he doesn't pick fights with Ansel so far. I mean, I didn't have him purposely do that, and he didn't. He autonomously picked a fight with Ambrose, and he's going to autonomously pick fights with everybody, probably. But I feel like Ansel definitely, even though he wants to leave, he's like, I should pack up and leave. Like, I think he's thought about it. Can't. He's got, like, a weird, like, he's nervous around family. They make him anxious and, like, tense. But the thought of also leaving and moving on his own probably makes him more tense. So he deals with it. It's the unrequited, the fact that he can't, like, work through these fucking emotions and figure out what the hell's happening. And I also think now, seeing Leona as he's aging up and, like, oh, he's trying, but he doesn't get the attention from everybody that Miles does. And it's going to just, like, right now it doesn't seem like anything. It's like, okay, I get, oh, yep, nope. Now he's being argued with. Okay. Man, I really wanted you to not argue with the one person in your fucking life. Arguing with the one person in your life you're not supposed to. And I kind of almost wish Ansel would be like, trying to calm him down. Can you try to calm him down? Can you hug him lovingly? Can you just brighten his day? Hug him lovingly. You need to just suggest visualization techniques. Like, you try to talk to this child. Just chat with him. Just try to have a normal conversation. You need to be the bigger person here. Everybody else is gonna, like, let him get under their skin, but you need to apologize to him. Even though the child should be the one apologizing, but I feel like Ansel would be the one. Let's apologize. I'll apologize for arguing with him because everybody lets Leona get under their skin. So Leona starts fights to get attention, and then they're always just getting angry and whatever, and Ansel's like, he's starting these fights because he wants the attention he's not getting, you know, that, like, Miles gets, you know? What the fuck is happening here? Why are there strangers on my lot? Did they bring me food? Is that what they're here for? What is happening? Why are there just two random people over here? Who are you and why are you here? Okay. All right, let's okay, you could go. But you know what I mean? Like, Miles gets a lot of attention just being a good kid because he's nice and blah blah blah. And, like, okay, I don't think it really phases Ambrose either way because he doesn't like kids in general. Could you stop with that goddamn bullshit? I got rid of that because it annoys me when kids are sick. But anyway, you know, but especially, like, I think it's gonna be like Liam is just being sad because he's always missing out on parties, and I think, like, difficult spot for him to be in. You know what I mean? Like, he's missing parties. This isn't the life that he envisioned for himself. It kind of just fucking happened. And even though, like, I mean, he loves Ambrose and he loves his kids, it's kind of like, this isn't how I wanted my life to go. And it's really, again, like Ansel, it's hard to rectify those feelings in yourself without working through them. You know what I mean? Like, oh, hey, yes, I love my life. Like, I like my life. I love my husband. I love my kids. But I never got to live, but I'm not going out and partying and living the life that I thought I would have. You know what I mean? So it's hard, you know? Like, I didn't want to get pregnant in fucking high school, and like, I mean, I never got pregnant in high school, I'm talking about that, but I mean, like, Liam. Yeah, maybe there was some point where he would have been like, yeah, I'm gonna go to college and party and have some fun, and then like, eventually I'll think of a career. Wasn't he on the football team? Maybe he wanted to be a professional football player and party all day. Like, maybe he had some stupid teenage ideals of his life. You know what I mean? Because, like, when you were a kid, you had, like, I'm gonna be a dinosaur! And then at some point you were like, yeah, I guess I can't grow up to be a dinosaur. But, like, maybe if I did that, like, a dinosaur in a costume at kids' parties, or you grew up to be the dude in the suit in Barney, the Barney suit, you know what I mean? Cool. You could technically grow up to be a dinosaur. So there's ways about that. But, in general, maybe he had these ideas of what he thought his life was going to be like, especially in high school. And like, oh, Ambrose is just really suave and sexy. And then he gets pregnant, and it's like, I can't imagine. There definitely are some children, like some teenagers, who are like, yeah, I had a baby when I was like 16 because I want. And then you just don't realize that that's the stupidest fucking thing that you could ever want as a teenager. I mean, not to have kids eventually, but like to have kids as a teenager. Like, that's not fucking like Jesus Christ. But Liam didn't want any of that, and then it happened. You know what I mean? So it's really hard to be like, this is the lot in life that I have. And maybe I saw myself married with kids eventually, but like not like this. And especially because your family's slightly dysfunctional, you know what I mean? Like, you first had Miles, and like, yes, there was some dysfunction in you trying to rectify how your life has worked out versus what you wanted. And even though, you love your kid, still didn't. It's really hard. It's got to be really hard to be like, I love my child, but I didn't really want him at the time. But like, if I waited 10 years and then had a child, it wouldn't be this child. This is when this child had to come into existence. You know what I mean? And it's just really hard to be like, I love my kid, but I also kind of resent them for existing because this is not how my life should have gone, and it should have happened later, or like, you know what I mean? And some people are better at being like, oh, well, that's cool, this is what happened, and moving on, and some people are not that good at, rectifying all these things in their head. And I don't think Liam really ever kind of worked out the thought process and went like, I'm not really, like, he's just trying to be like, yeah, no, this is cool, but like, he's sad all the time because he wants to party, and he never got to do any of that shit. So I think there's some resentment in there, but he's covering it well, because you know what? Again, he's got Miles over here, right? And he's like, well, Miles has always been such a good kid, and like, he's always kind of made it easy, and then it's not really, like, he doesn't, I don't think, blame Miles for, like, the shit I think he would blame Ambrose more than anybody, you know what I mean? But Ambrose is so motherfucking suave and charming. Like a pirate captain should be! Hello! That he's like, I just want to be man, but you're so debonair. Like, and like, he's like, I think he still gets the stress of wanting to party, obviously, and he's sad about it, but he's still kind of generally happy. This little bubble right here makes him happy. You know what I mean? And then I think when Miles dies, and then there's this happy little unit is going to get ruined, because maybe, okay, so like, I was like, maybe it's Leona's fault, or they blame Leona. He's going to be a child when it happens. Well, he might actually be a teenager. We'll see what happens and where we kind of feel like it's going to fit. But, like, how it would work out. Because, like, I feel like if it's a child and, like, say it was like, oh, he goes swimming and then Miles is a teenager, he's a child, and then something happens, he gets stuck in a riptide, and then Miles goes to help him, and then Miles drowns and Leo's. They're not going to blame a child for that kind of act. I mean, you might. Some people would, but I feel like Liam and everybody would be really upset, but I don't think they'd blame a child. But, like, if Leona is a teenager and shit happens, like, he's out doing something fucking stupid, and then it's like, you made a fucking choice. You're not a child anymore where, like, accidents have happened and, like, maybe he does other stuff as a child that kind of gets, like, him in trouble or could get him hurt, and then Miles helps him, and then, like, you know what I mean? Like, so I think it might be better if he, like, Miles dies when, like, Leona's, like, a teenager or something, at least. Because then it makes sense why they would be freaking angry and then their relationship would start to suffer. So, like, Leona's relationship with Ambrose is already kind of in the tanker, so that's good. It basically just says he can't be friendly, cannot have a good relationship. Well, that's kind of like not the best, but we'll get it read and that'll be easy. It's going to be harder to get Liam down, but I think, you know, now starting a little bit to kind of nitpick or, like, you know, be a little argumentative with Miles now. And then especially when Miles starts becoming a teenager, Miles being, like, you know, really on Leona about certain things. Like, oh my god, grow up, blah, 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 nitpicking on him. And, like, we'll do the hopefully as a teenager you can nag your younger siblings, because that's exactly what I want. You know what I mean? You can wake up because you shouldn't be sleeping. Napping is fine, but not sleeping. But, like, nagging him and making Leona angry, and then Leona starts to resent him, and then their relationship will go down, so that when they're out somewhere, teenager, and maybe Miles is a young adult, he might be a teenager at the same time. Like, you know what I mean? He'll either be a teen or a young adult. Then, like, that's when Leona will do something that Miles tries to fix or get involved with or get Leona out of, and then he ends up dead. You know? So many things in the real world that could happen, but, like, you know, this is The Sims, and, like, we don't have any weird, like, freaking mods in where, like, Leona gets involved in drugs and then somehow Miles gets accidentally injected with heroin and overdoses or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, Miles, the perfect child, would never, like, do drugs. Like, but, like, it's not like that. Or, like, Leona's out there involved in a gang and then there's, like, shooting or something. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't have stuff like that in The Sims. I mean, there's mods for that, but, like, so it's like, it's gotta be something Sims related. So, like, I mean, maybe we should set a fire, because Leona's never supposed to put out fires. I was, like, trying to think of, like, why your brother dying in a fire is why you never put out fires. You know what I mean? Like, try that. Try setting a fire and then, like, that's a tragic way to go. I was like, listen, the boating accident, we're on an island, and, like, a boating accident where, like, Miles, like, tries to, because Leona's out there doing something stupid. Like, like, you can't be out here. It's, like, dangerous weather and, like, whatever. And then Leona drowns. I mean, not Leona. Miles drowns. You know, gets washed away to sea. And then ends up on a deserted island, rescued by a mermaid, has no memory, and then eventually makes a comeback. That'd be a fun-ass twist, but that's not the way this is supposed to go. But that was fun. That was fun. Were you, like, into that? You were like, but no. Like, that would actually be kind of funny, though. Like, you have Leona later having kids, whatever, and then fucking Miles makes a comeback, but now Miles is like fucking evil. Miles becomes Ursula, where he becomes like an angry fucking mermaid who's intent on destroying Leona because Leona almost killed him. Now he's an angry mer person. That would be amazing. You know, but at the same time, Miles is like too good to have ever. But you know, that is. Fuck, I wish like that had come into my head sooner because like that would have been a really fun way to tie something in somewhere. Like, you know? You know what I mean? Like that's the story you're like, no, but that's what I want my sim to be. I want them to be like they go out and they come back for vengeance and like we've done a lot of storylines similar to that. That sounds like our Black Widower, where we're like, this, I'm going out for vengeance on all these people, and here's why. Not because they almost drowned me in the ocean and I became a vengeful mer person, because I don't think mermaids existed at that time, but also that's for this one. But like, and then Leona has to kill Miles. And then it's like, yeah, that's your redemption arc because you were kind of evil and you're a bad bratty kid and you're supposed to be like a Disney villain. But then your precious Disney princess brother became a villain. And now we root for you, who we thought was the villain. And now you're not the villain. Weird. That would actually be kind of funny. You know? Or, I mean... Or Miles actually dies. Like he's supposed to. And then, like, his ghost is just always around. Because if they have a really negative relationship, I think that'd be kind of fun, because then the ghost, like, Miles's ghost would always be around haunting Leona. Because we are going to move with Leona. I mean, he's not going to stay in this house, because, like, you know. We used to actually, like, stay in houses and fix them up and, like, whatever. And we've never fixed up our boathouse. We still just live. And, like, and this is just the way this lot was. And I've never changed anything aside from adding some rooms for the kids. But, like, you know. And I mean, technically, you're supposed to be like Scar, like a lion. And here's your cave, kiddo. Here you go. You know what? Why don't you go explore this cave? Go explore the cave in the middle. Oh. Oh. I forgot about the cave. There you go. Instead of like a drowning thing. Like, okay. So don't go to bed. Could you go take a shower or some shit? And then you can go to bed? I think Leona should like be always exploring this cave, but it's dangerous. Like maybe at first it wasn't, but like something happened and like it gets really dangerous and like he still keeps going into this cave because it's like his solace, you know what I mean? And then like Miles goes in to get him one time, like, oh my god, everyone's gonna be so fucking mad at you, what? And then he gets crushed. Crushed by a rock. Death in cave. How are you gonna, I mean, how are we gonna like do that? Rabid rodent fever. Oh, while swimming through the cave's many water-filled passages, Leona spotted something at the bottom of one of the cavern's shallow pools. Diving for his quarry, Leona discovered that he had nabbed was only a collection of kelp washed in at some point by the tide. Disappointed, he decided to end his exploration holding on to what he had found. Is this the mermaid kelp? Oh, we're on the wrong sim. I'm like, what? There you go. It is. You got 10 of them? Can't even sell them for anything. But, you're also very tired, child. What are you doing? Look at how, like, the water looks almost, is, like, totally transparent like that, at that angle. That's so fucking bizarre. Like, actually beautiful. Like, look at this. Holy shit. So cool. Like, I don't know if I ever noticed, like, how fucking, like, it's like, are my graphics, like, off? Like, why is the water, like, I like how you're tired, but you're swimming. This would be, I wouldn't mind swimming in like this. I mean, yeah, that with the garbage, but like, because you can see everything. It's when you get like, you're like, oh, I can see the reefs and stuff like that. But it's when you get to the point where you're like way out here and you're like, I can't see shit. Like, I can see stuff. I can't see anything. This is horrifying. You should probably go to bed. You should probably go get something to eat and then go to bed. Okay, kid, can you go home? That's why you're not going to bed or doing anything. You're tense because of all the kid stuff. He's like, I hate all this kid stuff. Let me stand outside and watch cooking videos. You're watching the cooking channel while tense about the children's fucking shit. It's ridiculous. Anyway. Yeah, so like, I mean, he could still drown because there's pools in there. But like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like cave diving and doing all that kind of stuff is extremely dangerous. So like, Leona doing that and then Miles, like, but Leona's like skilled enough for it. You know what well, not skilled enough, but he's been doing it long enough that he's, I think, adventurous and would be willing to do stuff like that. Or he's adventurous and he goes to Mount Komorebi and then Miles dies in an avalanche or something. Look, I don't know. There's lots of ways this kid could die. Well, technically, he could get pushed off a mountain cliff. That's very similar to how Scar killed Mufasa, right? Dropped him off a cliff. Stampede. Just saying. Like, we could push him off a cliff on a ski trip. Like, there's so many ways to kill this poor child. I mean, look, he's gonna be like a teenager or young adult when it happens, so it'll be fine. Family ski trip. The real way to ruin a trip. Jungles of Selva Dorada attacked by bees. You know, there's lots of ways. We'll figure it out eventually. Whatever all of a sudden feels fitting. Why are you arguing with each other? Poor Ansel's like, good God, can you guys go to bed? You need to go to bed. You need to go to bed. Why is no one in this house capable of going to motherfucking sleep? Can you? No, 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 motherfucker. Why in the world? I was like, you're down here. You came all the way down here to put the clay away, and you can't just go to bed right here? Everyone. Why are you awake now? Oh, you're just awake. Because it's 5 a.m. Oh, well, there you go. You caught yourself on fire. We could go on a camping trip, and then there could be like a fire that goes crazy, and then Leona's just riveted by the fire. And then, Miles dies that way. Look, I'm just throwing this out there. There's plenty of ways this kid could die. There's plenty of ways we could kill our brother. But we just have to kind of decide at some point, like, as we go, like, and that's why I keep talking about it. Like, is it going to be, like, a complete fucking accident? Where, like, it's just a tragic accident? Or, I mean, it has to be some kind of an accident, at minimum, where they, like, blame Leona for it. You know what I mean? Where they're like, this is your fault! Like, I think he'll already have a bad relationship with Ambrose, because that's pretty fucking, he already has one right now. So, then would just be Liam. Liam would just get really angry. So, yeah, we're gonna keep our relationship with Ambrose going down a little bit more. Or we're just not gonna worry about it too much. But Miles, once he becomes 18, that's when their relationship will start kind of going down. Or I'll work on bringing it down unless it auto goes down, because it might, because at the moment, oh, you're swimming. Okay. At the moment, they're having a decent relationship, but every once in a while, Leona just does shit that pisses everybody off, so. Okay, so I mean, I don't know what to do with you. Kind of just existing here. let's see. So when the hell does his birthday? Okay, we'll probably have his birthday in the next part, maybe. You don't have a job, do you? You should actually. Didn't we say he was gonna get a job? Didn't we say Liam was gonna get a job? So that they're like never around. Like, I feel like you should get a job. Okay, who's calling you? Never mind, I missed it. No, I did not. Food fight. Miles, he should help clean. He needs to be responsible. I'm gonna get you a job as in the criminal career because I feel like that would work for you. You like to steal things. So let's have you get a job in the criminal career. Oh, Leona wants to ask the friend because it was a party he wasn't invited to. Okay. You are going to stay home. You should get a job. You know what? You like partying and you're very athletic. Let's get you a job in the athlete career. You know, because the kids are getting older, so you're like, well, Ambrose is here. Ansel's here to watch them. Let's get an athlete career. Oh, is there like a party planner? Because I feel like that's what you need. Social media. Simpluencer. Oh my god. Could you imagine? There you go. Work out. You could go do that. I don't really care if you do well in your job or not. Can you just go home because you're getting stuck here and you're like kind of an idiot. You can't figure out how to go home. Like, I'm just going to stand here. You, like... But anyway, so now they won't be around as much. They'll be going out doing jobby things, which is good. So that'll help, you know, because then Miles will be around more for Leona, and then that's kind of like, especially when he becomes a teenager, like, well, the dad's got jobs. I want to be like, dad and dad got a job. So like, you should make friends. You should slack the fuck off because you give no shits. And that's way more fun for you. You're a C student. You need to actually, like, I think I wanted you to actually do good in school, but, like, I guess I haven't been paying attention and you never do your homework like a weird child. I mean, actually, okay, there you go. Like, actually, you should work hard. Hold on, study hard. That's true. It'd be actually kind of funnier if you got way better grades than Miles. Like, Miles is just an average student, doesn't really try very hard. But he's just like a nice kid. Like, so everyone's like, oh, I mean, but you think the way they treat him compared to Leona, be like, Miles was the star child. He was smart and had so many friends and always got the best grades and was always just like, you know, doing all these wonderful things. And it's like, but he really isn't. You know what I mean? Ambrose has a sinister personality. Yeah, he does. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like you grow up thinking that you've got to try really hard and do all these things, but it's like, but your brother wasn't like, you know, wasn't like he was good in school. He was just an average student. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being an average student, but it's like, and like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with being proud of your kids and loving them, even if they're, but you know what I mean? Everybody just, it's like, you know, that quintessential trope, like, oh, they're the perfect honor student, and then they're wonderful, and then they're kind, and everything's great, and you're like, I want to shove them off a fucking cliff. You know what I mean? Like, how just wonderful and perfect people are like, and you think that's the way that, like, Miles is, but, like, he's just a nice person? He's nice, good kid, whatever, but, like, everybody kind of treats him like he's fucking the best thing ever. And like Leona's like, but he's just average and he's no better. It's not like he's better at school than me, so that's why they're yelling at me about my grades. It's not like he's, you know, I mean, he is a lot nicer than Leona, but you know what I mean? Like, Leona doesn't quite see that. Like, you stop it! I don't want to hear that ugly scream. No, you bad bird. Downstairs, and it's like, instead of like chirping or calling, he's decided to make the ugly fucking scream that, like, that's fine. I hear you, but you have to simmer down. I'm busy. Make that ugly scream and it's bedtime. Fucking asshole. Like, he like chirps and stuff. Like now he's chirping, and that's fine. Like calling, and it's like okay. And then he makes that ugly scream, and it's like I just want to fucking choke you when you do that. It's like a trigger how much I fucking hate it. Like he's chirping and calling and whatever down there, and it's like okay, yeah, I hear you. And then he makes that ugly like, and I'm like, I'll fucking throw something at you. That one. Fucking hate it so much. It makes me so fucking pissed off. And then I yell at him and tell him he's an awful, horrible, rotten, bad bird. Because that sound is a horrible, rotten, no good, very bad bird. You stop! You're being very bad! But then it's because I answer him, and then he thinks he's going to keep making that fucking noise. I'm going to choke him. Like, I have to obviously go downstairs and get him because he's being a fucking asshole. Like, I love my birds, but I kind of hate that I can't be alone for like 5 fucking minutes without that bullshit. Or him just making, oh my god. Just started this too. And it's not even like he started calling, he just started screaming like this. Oh my god, I can't stand that fucking noise. Cannot fucking stand it. I need that too. Yes, yes, Ansel, this is what I need. Fucking centering yoga because my bird is going to make me choke him. I'm obviously not going to, but like, good fucking god. Do I just want to like take him and like lock him in some other room? But like wherever he goes, like I'm like centrally, so I'm gonna hear that bullshit. So, and it's like I try so very hard to like ignore that and like only talk to him when he's making nice noises. But it's one of those noises that I just hear and I just want to tell him to like shut up. I just want to yell at him. Like, oh, I fucking hate that noise. All right, I have to go. I didn't want to, I mean, we weren't really done, but like, we have to be done because this bird, I'm gonna fucking choke him because he will not stop making that fucking noise. And I need to go tell him what a fucking jackass douchebag fucking asshole he is. I love him, but he's a motherfucking asshole right now. And like, I can't stand it if he keeps making that fucking noise. So I'm going to go down and get him. I'm also extremely hungry, so I need to like eat something. It's only like 4 o'clock, which sucks. Well, because like, it's been better to like dinner or something later, but like whatever. Or get something to drink, something. I don't know. Ooh, I can make myself a nice peppermint mocha. We can sip along while I record something else after this. But yeah, so I guess I really wanted to get to Miles's birthday the next part. So, you know, it might be a little bit longer, or we'll have him call out of school and then age him up in the middle. You know what I mean? Because like I just want to, I think it'd be nice to age him up in the next part so we can kind of do some of the other stuff that I wanted to do. Like start working on that, like getting their relationship done and stuff. But, you know, we could, oh, they have school projects. Yes. Hold on, is it really hot out here? Is it nice out here? Can you start doing a project? Do this project right here. Okay, hold on. I need you to do the project so that, like, Leona can break this fucker. Come here and do it here. Can you, start working carefully? Which one do you have? What's this one? The medieval castle. Alright, anyway. I feel like you would be sloppy at your castle. I'm gonna have you put this here, and I'm gonna have you work sloppily. And then, who's calling you? Okay, that's great. You can come up here. Why don't you come over here and assist with this project? I like it when I make the parents assist the kids, but like no one's gonna help fucking Leona. That's why his project's gonna look like shit. And then everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, Miles, your project's so wonderful!" because they helped him. And Leona had to like, Leona, your project looks like shit because he had to do it by his goddamn self. You know what I mean? He's like gonna be like, "Oh, you can destroy this one." No, you can't. Can you like? Huh. I thought you could destroy projects, but it can't. Like, weird. Anyway, we'll figure it out because I want him to do it. But maybe he can't because these are like older, but he can't like destroy those old ones. Anyway, I'm gonna go because the bird's getting fucking worse and like being such a fucking douchebag. So anyway, we'll hopefully have Miles's birthday in the next part. This way we can start having Miles, you know, kind of nag and big brother Leona, who is going to get very annoyed by it. So anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to do your homework. Wow, as I was clicking on do homework, so I set them up to do that, even though we're gonna end, and then anyway. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.